What is good, Ninja? OJ over here from PlayerEssence, and welcome to the PE Nintendo Switch news video. Today we've got some great information for you, so let's go ahead and get right into it. So PS4 and PS Vita RPG title Touhou Genso Wanderer has been somewhat confirmed for the Nintendo Switch. So the Japanese roguelike RPG Touhou Genso Wanderer will be coming to the Nintendo Switch. The title was released on PS4 and PS Vita in the West last month, and the developer behind the game, Aquastyle, announced via Twitter that Nintendo Switch owners can expect it too, although the release in the very near future is highly unlikely. Now there's also been a little bit more of an update on this, so they're just saying that there was just something for verification process as far as the demo goes, so there's going to be a fully playable demo at an upcoming event in Japan, but there's nothing that's 100% confirmed for release. But I don't think they'd go through all the trouble of the verification and actually making a demo, which does take quite a bit of time, and actually porting over the engine and everything that's in the game if they weren't planning on releasing this game at some point. It just doesn't seem like it's going to be anytime soon as far as the release goes. Probably maybe the end of the year or 2018 that this game could come over. So for those who are not familiar with the game, here is the official description. In this roguelike RPG, you will take control of Renmu and Sakurai Shrine Maiden to investigate the latest incident to take place in the world of Gensokyo. Along the way, you'll encounter a variety of characters from the Touhou project universe, discover mountains of loot, each piece of which is valuable thanks to the game's item fusion system, and test your mettle with your favorite Touhou girl in tow as your adventuring partner in this approachable take on the roguelike genre. So it does seem like it might be a game that Nintendo Switch fans and Nintendo fans would be interested in. The RPG elements, you have the roguelike features, you have a lot of different item fusion. It's an RPG, works really great on the Switch, being able to play on the go and at home. That's the reason why there was a PS4 and PS Vita version in the first place. They like the whole idea of being able to play on the go and playing at home. Well, you have a system that can do both without all the other stuff, without having to buy both of them. So I'm pretty sure this game will be released on the Switch. We're just waiting for that 100% official confirmation, but I doubt they'd go through all the trouble of porting the demo and the engine and all that if they weren't going to bring it over at some point. So look forward to this game probably later down the line or 2018. Alright, and moving on to the next article here, we have some new screenshots on Sonic Forces. So these screenshots actually look really good. I'm not sure if the final game is going to look this good. I know we've already seen the PS4 version running, and then I know that Nintendo showed off apparently what might have been the Nintendo Switch version. So hopefully these screenshots actually match up to the final game, but so far so good when it comes to the graphics. We still need to actually see more of the gameplay and the controls and kind of how this game is going to be shaping up. I'm being cautiously optimistic with Sonic Forces. I want it to be good, but Sonic games, you just never really know what's going to happen in the end. But it does seem like they've taken feedback into consideration from the fans, and they've also added their own little flair. They're kind of going with the Sonic Generation style with the whole classic 2D, and you also have the modern Sonic, you have the two different designs of Sonic. So I do feel that this game has potential to be really good. They are cutting down on the amount of characters. There's not going to be a ton of them that you can use. I think Sonic and then classic Sonic, and I think the other characters won't even be playable. So they are taking all the stuff that people have said positive and negative into consideration. It's made by the same team as far as the Sonic Colors, Sonic Generation, so you know that they're probably going to borrow some elements from those games as far as what made those games good. So let's hope this game turns out as good as these screenshots, and I'm really hoping. But once again, I'm just being cautiously optimistic on this one. What do you guys think about Sonic Forces and about these screenshots? Are you guys excited for the game? Or are you taking a wait-and-see approach like me? I would love to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. Alright, and moving on to the next article here. Masahiro Sakurai has shared his insight on the early days of development of Kirby, and I want to talk about one particular thing that he said. If you want the full things as far as what he said about Kirby, you can check out the description below. But here's what he said about one of the interesting mechanics that actually made its way into the Super Smash Bros. Franchise. According to Sakurai, one idea that was part of the original project plan for Kirby's Dreamland was to have Kirby fly off the screen when he lost a life. This concept, which would later be used in Smash Bros., originated here. However, Sakurai said that he didn't consciously remember and implement this exact same concept in Super Smash Bros., but that he honestly completely forgot about the original idea. So it's interesting because it's like, oh wow, he had that idea that actually originated in Kirby and ended up being in Smash Bros. Well, he didn't really remember anything. It just so happened that it played out that way. But yes, it was in the original Kirby to where you fly off the screen. And I think that's one of the staples of Smash Bros. Is just being blasted off on the screen, being blasted up, and then smacking on the front screen. Those are just some of the things that Smash Bros. Is known for. The Team Rocket's blasting off again. There's so many different things with Smash Bros. And I look forward to seeing. That's the funny thing. A lot of people don't like talk about that, but I look forward to seeing the Team Rocket, and I look forward to seeing actually splatting on the front of the screen, like when you smash them in certain areas of the screen and where they go off. So really interesting, and it's cool that you implement it into Smash, because that's actually one of the staples to me as far as when you knock someone out of Smash. You're looking forward to seeing that actual animation. And it's funny because it's even played into a competitive role with Super Smash Bros. Because, for example, like Jigglypuff or even like Cloud, any person to where you can like recharge or you can stalk things, or like after a sleep rest in Melee, like if they go off the top and they do the Team Rocket, well, that gives Jigglypuff more time to recover from a rest punish, or same thing with Cloud, that gives Cloud more time to charge up in Smash 4. So it's even strategic at some point compared to some areas where if you smash them off the side, they just come automatically right back. They don't have as much time to recover or do what they're going to do. So really interesting. Sakurai is a genius, like I've always said, and it's interesting to hear all the different stuff that he has to say with early development compared to what he did at this point with Smash Brothers. If you want the full article and everything that he said on Kirby, make sure you check out the link in the description below. Alright, and lastly, moving on to Capcom, and they talk Ultra Street Fighter 2 development, features, new content, and more. So the following info comes from producer Tomoyaki Ano. With it being Street Fighter's 30th anniversary, Capcom was thinking about how to provide an environment for longtime fans who have been supporting the series and play Street Fighter again as a way of saying thanks. This is right about when the Nintendo Switch started to come into focus. When looking back on the original Street Fighter players who are now grown up, Street Fighter 2 was brought up. The goal is to make Ultra Street Fighter 2 enjoyable for both parents and children. The Joy-Con can be used for two-player multiplayer right out of the box, just like the original game on the Super NES. Supports TV, tabletop, and handheld modes. 60 frames per second on both handheld and TV mode. When playing on a television, it will have full 1080p HD, 720p in portable mode. Features pixel graphics, the same resolution as the previous era, and renewed visual version with widescreen. Character color edit feature will allow players to freely edit the character's colors with some restrictions. There's the new Wave the Hadou mode. Players control Ryu in first person and beat up enemy Shadow Loose soldiers. This combines motion controls with the buttons of the Joy-Con from both hands to unleash special moves. Pushing both hands forward will launch a Hadouken. Performing an uppercut with one hand will execute a Shoryuken. Bending both hands horizontally will unleash a Tatsumaki Senpu Kayaku, or a Hurricane Kick. Moves can be performed with just slight movements. The detection will be improved if the player acts with greater emphasis. Co-op mode lets two players fight a strong enemy together. Capcom thinks the older generation will remember a famous scene from the Street Fighter 2 movie and can be reenacted. Gallery mode contains over 1,400 illustrations taken from the official Street Fighter artwork book. Pictures to be put with 250 DPI so the fine print can be read when zoomed in. Fans should be familiar with Evil Ryu, who has appeared in Street Fighter 4 games. Evil Ryu has less HP and more attack power than normal Ryu. He also has a unique special move, Ashura Senku. Violent Ken also has less HP and more attack power than the normal Ken. He has a high-speed move technique called Ratsetsu Kayaku. This makes the first time Evil Ken is appearing in a main numbered Street Fighter title. Yaku is a special move. It has a unique trait in which only it does high-speed movement. Gameplay is based on Street Fighter 2 Turbo HD Remix, but with further rebalancing. Added a system where players can use tech throws. There's also a simple input that allows players to unleash special moves easier. Touch controls for special moves as well. Working on online content right now with features that will remain unknown until the game launches. Capcom is working closely with Nintendo to make sure online goes smoothly. Capcom also sees the game as a good opportunity for people to become aware of the current state of the esports scene. Since 2017, in the series' 30th anniversary, Capcom is planning to deliver various anniversary projects. The title is the start of those projects. So this is actually really great information, really good insight on what they were trying to do with Street Fighter 2 and bringing it to the Nintendo Switch. And I actually really love that they're doing this. And as far as the target demographic, this is exactly my era. When Street Fighter 2 was popular and big, I was about, I think, 4 or 5 years old. Street Fighter 2 was everything. It was what everyone was talking about. And I played Street Fighter 2. I played the heck out of that game. I cried a lot when my brother would beat the crap out of me all the time. And I played Street Fighter 2. I played Hyper Street Fighter 2, Ultra Street Fighter 2, Turbo Street Fighter 2. I played all of those, and I grew up with that game. I grew up with Street Fighter and playing it and just seeing how awesome the game was when they added new characters. Basically, the remastered versions before remastered became a thing with the 7th, 8th generation and so on. So I actually really love Street Fighter, and this game is right up my alley, and I cannot wait to play this, of course, with my daughter. You know, she's growing up now at this point, and I want her to play Street Fighter as well. So she's already played a little bit when it comes to other systems, but I'm looking forward to playing this one and playing it online. I think the rebalancing and the tweaks that they're going to do, the tech throws, things like that, it's really going to help the competitive scene, and I'm definitely going to try it out, see if I can actually get some wins, unlike the PS3 version where I was playing. I was just getting destroyed online, but the online wasn't really good. So hopefully they make sure the online's good in this one and everyone can have a good time playing the game. Alright, so let me know if you guys are interested in this game, Ultra Street Fighter 2, the final challengers. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. In addition to all of the information that we already went over, let me know what you guys think. Alright guys, that wraps it up for this video here. Go ahead and hit that like button if you did like it. Let me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future. And subscribe to PlayerEssence for the latest news, reviews, discussions, and more. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you ninja for the next video. Peace.